So we're back in the shop. Today is the day we're going to do some long tube headers. I did a couple of things off camera. Of course, I forgot the transmission dipstick tube, so I had to monkey around with that. Then I installed the starter and kind of ran the harness that goes down along the oil pan on these LS motors. Just kind of got a few of the monotonous things out of the way, and so now we can film putting some long tube headers in. So let's make it happen. Oh, here they are, in all their glory. Some super sweet long tube headers. Hopefully they fit in without too much turmoil. I don't know. It's going to really suck if we have to heat them up and dent them. Luckily, I did just pick up some oxygen acetylene like a month ago. So if need be, I can notch, or not notch, but I can massage them into place. Alrighty, spark plugs are in on both sides. I think I'm going to start on the hard side and see how it goes. I put a new set of gloves on because I want to try and keep these headers as clean as possible, which might be in vain, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. This could be very difficult. I think we're going to end up pulling out the intermediate shaft just to give us some clearance. Hopefully that'll be enough. Alrighty, so kind of the moment of truth time. Everything's pretty much set up on the motor. Everything's in, oil's topped off, we got trans fluid, we got coolant. I just flashed the ECM with a new tune file, so it'll hopefully run pretty decent with this cam. Yeah, so here's the scary part now. We're just gonna fire it up and see how it does. When I do this, I always like to foot to the floor, clear flood mode, so that the injectors don't fire. I have the coil packs disconnected because I like to do like 15-20 seconds of cranking just to make sure that I get some oil circulated through the engine. You know, I used engine assembly lube, so all the bearings have lubrication already, but I just like to make sure I get some oil circulated first. So here we go. scary moment. This is probably going to be so ridiculously loud, but we're going to find that out. So plug the coil packs in and let's hear this thing roar to life. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, scary moment. Woo! Oh, that's intense. Okay. Not as loud as I thought it was going to be. It's got long tube headers on it, and it's got like a little bullet muffler. I mean, it's probably 18-inch long muffler, but it's a flow through. It's not chambered or anything, so that's way quieter than I thought it was going to be. So I'm pretty happy with that. I noticed the check oil level light was on, so I think I might have left that unplugged. So I got to rack it up and put it up in the air and check that. Yeah, and then just run it some more, check transmission fluid, make sure all the, bleed the cooling system, and then it should be ready to take down the street. So super excited. Okay, oil level's good. Coolant level I topped off so I can bleed some more. We're just going to fire it up and let it run. Walk you around to the back so you can hear it chopping from the exhaust. Oh yeah, baby. Great oil pressure, coming up on temp already. I'm gonna get the heat cranking so we can really bleed the system out. Well, check oil level lights on. I think that's just because I forgot to plug that in, so we'll check that in a little bit. But oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun freaking truck for sure. has no reverse or drive. And I had this transmission sent out and built, so. Oh boy. Alrighty, so I didn't film it, but I took the transmission pan off, made sure the shift linkage was connected inside the trans, and it was. So the issue's further into the transmission. I paid someone to have it rebuilt, so of course I'm pretty bummed. I reached out to them. They're super cool. They're going to take it and dig into it and see what is up. But that means I got to pull the transmission back out. So it's like 7, almost 7:30 p.m. So we're going to see how fast I can get it yanked out of here and just boot, scoot, and boogie. And I'm going to drop the transmission off after work tomorrow to him. Hopefully he can look at it over the weekend, and then I can get it back and put it back in and get this thing ripping down the street because it's ready to go minus the transmission. So here we go. Well, there you go. Transmission's out. I'm going to toss it in the truck bed and take it to work tomorrow. Fingers crossed he can figure it out this weekend and I can get it back and put it back in the truck. Wasn't that bad. You kind of just drag your feet, just start, and then you'll fly through it. That's my biggest problem, is I have a hard time starting the project, especially after a day work. But I think that took me 35 minutes, maybe 40, and I'm done. Alrighty, time to go do something other than work on cars.